How to improve your conversation skills. 3 ways to have better and smart conversations. Well, this video can blow your mind, so stay tuned. There were 2 young guys, let's call them person A and person B. Both were budding entrepreneurs and were looking to meet other people to collaborate for business ideas and to get some seed funding. Money, money. They were invited to an investors meet in Delhi where they would meet fellow entrepreneurs and heads of capital venture firms. Now person A dressed up extremely well, all suited up, but he was not a very good conversationalist, whereas person B dressed up like your average Joe, but he was an influential talker. So what happened at the meet? Person A, most people just got selfies and snaps clicked with him, presumably because he was dressed well. But it was person B who mesmerized people with his conversation skills, and the conviction with which he spoke was enough to have them sold on his idea. As a result, person B secured $1 million in funding, whereas person A was still looking for investors. When you meet new people, you have an urge to make a great impression on them. You're dressed in your best suit and have taken utmost care to be well groomed. After all, appearances matter the most. But the only way you can actually dazzle people when you talk to them. Suits matter, of course, but more than your suits, your talk matters. If you have a gift of the gab or excel at making small talk, you'll come across as a smooth and suave operator. People will be eager to listen to you. But most of us do a barely passable job at talking, stumbling through words and phrases, with our hearts fluttering at a rapid rate on the anticipation of the reaction of the other person. Would they listen to me? How would they react? We clench our fist, start feeling sweaty, begin to think it would be better if we had remained mum. So here I present you 3 tips to help you turn your next attempt at small talk into thoughtful, invigorating, and productive conversations. Tip 1. Discuss stories, not WhatsApp level convos. Gone are the days when generic canned dialogues would be enough to get the conversation moving. In the present world, such talk wouldn't pass muster with people looking to engage in fruitful discussions. You need to get out of this WhatsApp chat mode and ask open-ended questions that invite people to tell their stories. Instead of giving bland and boring answers, here are some ways you can do so. Instead of, "What's your name?" try, "I didn't catch your name." Instead of saying, "Hey, what's up?" try, "Hey, anything interesting happening in your day?" Make them talk. Instead of saying, "Hi, where are you from?" try, "You have a unique way of saying things. Where did you grow up?" Instead of saying, "Where do you work?" try, "How did you end up in this line of work?" Instead of saying, "How long have you been living here?" try, "Do you think this city is more accessible and has greater facilities than others?" Tip 2. Avoid being a conformist. Try bringing a different view to the table. Many a times, small talk just ends abruptly or dies away because of a lack of opinions. This can be due to your need to be polite and diplomatic. So you end up repeating their observations, agreeing to their point of view, or keep giving small head nods with an occasional one-liner. This leads to the discussion being paralyzed. What to discuss next? So you also miss out shaping your impression on the other person by avoiding being assertive. For example, "Today is a pleasant day." I agree, it's a pleasant day. What happens next? Look, at times you can be provocative and evoke a response from the person you're talking to. So you can say, "Yeah, it's pleasant for now, but I'm afraid this means we are going to see a lot of awful humidity in the coming months because I know this city." Or, "It's certainly pleasant right now, but I wonder if all these rains will again lead to clogged drains and huge traffic jams in our city." The whole point is to use your imagination. Make them talk. Even if you don't want any controversy, no problem. Tip 3. Abandon the traditional response. Go for the unexpected. An even better way to make your conversations more engaging is to skip over the expected response and go for something totally unexpected. The other person might be taken aback, even a bit shocked for a moment, but it will certainly make them more interested in the points you make. For instance, consider the following. "Did you have a good flight?" "Oh, it was pretty good." "The weather is quite warm today." "Yeah, it's really hot." Now, to make it more interesting, you can instead say, Did you have a good flight? Well, apart from the one time when I thought air turbulence would crash the plane or atrocious food served would poison me, yes, it was pretty good. You can create any situation based on your experience of the flight. You can be overly enthusiastic or a little pessimistic. Just use your imagination to conjure up an interesting situation. The weather is quite warm today. Yeah, it is. And I've also heard from the department that if this temperature continues for another week, we might be hit by a solar flare and half the earth would be destroyed. Remember, absurd, outrageous, funny answers won't work in formal meetings. But yes, you can use your imagination, get rid of WhatsApp level convos, avoid being conformist, and go for unexpected. So don't forget to use short stories, anecdotes, because the whole point is to get them talking. If you're liking our videos and learning a lot from it, don't forget to hit subscribe and join button.